So what do you think you know? Really? You think you know? Are you really smart? Do you know a lot of stuff? Have you been there and done that? There's nothing that nobody can tell you? Really? Is that what's going on with you? Hi, it's Bill. It's Creative License, and thanks for being a part of the Dog and Pony Show. Thanks for taking and saying nice things about all the sponsors and the wonderful people that make sure that I'm able to do these videos in my workshop. Things like people like Electro Voice and DJ Event Planner and Promo Only and DJ NTV, and of course the Entertainment Experience, which is my workshop that I do a couple times a year. So you think you know. Okay, I get that. You've been doing this a long time. You've seen everything. I got nothing more to learn. Okay, I don't have a problem with that. What I do have a problem with is people who say that and then they say they're bored, or I'm burning out, or they start complaining about DJs these days, kids these days, brides and grooms these days. The marketing is just not the way it should be. Okay, but you think you know. You get that's what you just told me, right? You think you know. Well, you don't. No matter how long you've been doing this, you don't. And I don't. Okay? The thing is that there's so much to know. There's so many things to learn that you have thought at some point that you got to the end of the book, that you got to the end of the learning, that you've got nothing more to put into your thought process because you're successful now, you've seen everything, you've done everything. I'm coasting. That's okay, but then you can't complain when the world changes and you don't. Okay? Now, you want to learn more. Okay, let me give you a trick. Because you are, especially if you're at the world where I think you know, or I think I know, but you want to learn more. This is what you do. You go find the things, make a list of the things you think you know, and then do yourself a favor and go do a deep dive like you never have. Learn as much about that subject as humanly possible. Find out what other people do. And if you think you know what other people do, then what do other people do in other countries? How do other people do this? How do other people do this in your backyard? How do younger people do this? I think I know what my clients think of me. Have you asked them lately? Have you asked those people that don't hire you what they really think of you? Have you talked to those people that decided not to hire you, what they think of you or what they think of this? Have you looked at DJ mixing lately? And what do you think you know? Well, go out and show somebody what you think you know, and then learn what these kids know, because believe it or not, you and I started out on turntables with vinyl, okay? And these kids started out with technology, so they probably know the technology way better than you do and way better than you will, and that technology changes way quicker than us as adults. So you think you know? Great. Make a list of the things you think you know, and then go out and try to prove it by reading everything you can on it, watching every video, and making a list of all the things about that subject you think you know that you find out that you don't. Because you don't. You don't know it all. I know you think you do, but you don't. And if you don't want to get bored, then you really need to stay in that world of, I don't. Curiosity is what helps those of us that are getting burned out. Those of us that are bored, you don't want that? Then create curiosity in your life. Be curious of everything. Don't just look for something that you've never heard of. Start with the things that you think you know. Because trust me, you're going to be fascinated with what you don't know. And then you can lean back into a subject that you really love, that you got into because you loved, and you get to learn brand new things about it. So, you think you know? Come on. I'm Bill. This is Creative License. And I think I'll see you next week. I hope so.